Hey, Tyson Graham here. Welcome to Managing Orders and Customers. This is going to be one of the most useful trainings for you as we'll cover all the critical steps to effectively taking care of orders and customers on a day-to-day basis. So let's get started. Now, a screen that's going to be very important to the management of orders and customers is your View Existing Customers screen. So let's start there. First, go into the Admin panel, select Customers, Manage Customers, and that will display the Manage Customers page. So the Manage Customers page contains a list of all the customers that opened accounts in your web store or were added using the Add New Customer feature. This is a snapshot of that View Existing Customers page, and like I said, this is going to be the home where you can view all of your existing customers. The second step here is click the edit link on the right side of a customer's row to display the customer information page. So if we go back to that screen, you will see right over here on the right hand side that edit link. Go ahead and click that. Now once you've done that, we'll be brought into this page. The tabs in the left panel provide a variety of types of information about the customer and for handling the relationship with a customer, such as when the customer last logged in and out, addresses, ordering statistics, recent orders, current shopping cart contents, their last reviews, and even the newsletters to which they've subscribed to. So this is a very critical page. You can literally see everything about your customer there in that left-hand tab. So you'll want to get familiar with this. Okay, so how do we add a customer? Customers typically register themselves in your web store using the My Account link in the header of each page. But as an alternative, you can use the following procedure to add a customer on the back end manually. So let's take a look. Here's how you add a new customer manually. This could apply in a phone scenario if you have someone call in, or maybe some sort of an error has occurred. Also, you could be in a situation where someone is transitioning from another platform over to you. There's a variety of different scenarios. Ultimately, you need to have control for those different scenarios that can come up and really be able to manage this process on your own, and it's easy. So that's the good news. So let's get into it. First step, Admin panel, select Customers, Manage Customers, click the Add New Customer button to display the new customer page. Okay, so there's that page. You can see over here the Add New Customer button. It'll be very self-explanatory on the back end. The third step on the new customer page, you can define basic identifying information about the customer and his or her various addresses. So that's going to be handy. That's that page there. The new customer page, like I said, go ahead and fill in any information you know about them. The fields on this page are really self-explanatory. So just go ahead, specify the customer's information, and then click the Save Customer button right up there, that pretty orange thing. So there you go. You've just added a new customer manually. Let's keep going here and get into managing customer groups. The customer group to which the customer belongs determines which discounts are given to the customer as defined in the catalog price rules and shopping cart price rules and the tax rule that is applied to that customer. So let's take a look step by step, managing customer groups. Go ahead and create and edit customer groups by starting in that admin panel again. Go to Customers, go down to Customer Groups, and this is going to open the Customer Groups page. There she is. Good old Customer Groups page. Now you're going to be able to do one of the following. You can create a new customer group, or you can edit an existing customer group. So to create a new one, like we said, you're just going to go ahead and click Add New Customer Group. So we'll go back to that page real quick to give you a look. There she is, Add New Customer Group. That big beautiful orange button there. So if that's what you want to do, add a new customer group, go ahead and click it. Your other alternative from that screen is to edit existing customer groups. So you can click the row for the desired group and the customer group editing page will open. So there's that. Pretty self-explanatory. The next piece here is you're going to want to specify a unique name for this customer group or modify the existing name. You'll then go ahead and select a tax class to associate with this group and then click Save Customer Group. So, other thing to keep in mind inside Magento if you're new to this, it's not going to let you mess up for the most part. That's the beautiful piece about the admin panel in Magento. It's going to guide you, provide you with asterisks to denote mandatory information, things like that. So you can relax, just kind of follow the wizard here, and it will guide you through successfully. So all of this is very self-explanatory, and I will give you my contact information at the end of this video. So if you do run into any snags or have any specific questions, I will be there to help you. So let's keep moving forward. So there's that new customer group page. If you chose to do that, you would have just filled in that group name there, assigned a tax class like we said, and saved it up top right by clicking the orange Save Customer Group. Alright, checking online customers. This is cool. You can check which customers are currently online and view their activities. So that's pretty magic, if you will. So you can imagine all the different possibilities of what you could do with that. So just a cool feature. In order to view those online customers, in the admin panel, select Customers, Online Customers, and this will display the Online Customers page, which looks like that. You can see that full list of who is online. You can spy on all your customers and hopefully be strategic enough to put some offers in front of them, or at least just get a good feel for what's going on the site at the time. What about customer reports? Reporting is one of the most critical pieces to success in any business, but especially online business, because reporting is so readily available. In the online world, we can track just about everything, and your analytics, both on-site analytics like Google Analytics, other site optimizing tools, which I can share with you in another session, are going to give you information that will guide you in your decisions, both from a marketing standpoint and from a merchandising standpoint. You can see where people are spending their time, how they're interacting with your site, and from there you can interact with them. So this is the huge advantage of e-commerce as opposed to brick and mortar, where oftentimes, although you can get analytics and do tracking, and you should if you have a physical store, there's just not the sophisticated toolbox that exists in the online world to track literally everything. So as a piece of that, like I said, we can get into more advanced talks about conversion optimization and advanced analytics, but this right here, customer reports, is going to be one of many pieces of your analytics and a very important piece. So let's dive right into that. A variety of customer reports can be generated here in Magento, and what you're going to do is just go ahead to Reports, go down to Customers, and here's the customer reports that are available to you. You have new accounts, which is going to show the customers that have opened accounts in your web store during the period that you specify. Good to know. Customer by orders total lists customers in descending order of money spent in your store. Also, very good statistic to know. You want to know who your best customers are. You also have customer by number of orders. List customers in descending order of number of orders placed in your web store. So those are going to be your frequent visitors, if you will, your regulars, those who are putting the most volume of transactions through your store. Another powerful statistics. So those are your reports. You are free to explore them as you wish. And like I said, make sure to get in touch with me if you are interested in advanced analytics and optimizing your site in ways that are outside of the Magento backend. Let's continue on. Managing orders. let's talk terminology for a second here. So what is a sales order? It's good to know how Magento defines it. Other systems use different words, so let's make sure we're all on the same page here. Sales order is when an order is created in a Magento web store, either on the front end or the back end. A sales order record is created to record this transaction. So this sales order can be seen in the orders list by selecting the orders option from the sales menu in the back end. Okay, so this is only a temporary record. Payment has not yet been processed and the order can still be canceled. So important to know the difference here. Now, continuing forward, invoice. An invoice inside of Magento is a record of the receipt of payment for an order. Creating an invoice converts the temporary sales order into a permanent record of an order, which can no longer be canceled. Now, multiple invoices can be created for a single order, each containing as much or as few of the purchased products that you specify. So you do have that flexibility. Shipment. A shipment is a record of the products in an order that have been shipped. Go figure, right? As with invoices, multiple shipments can be associated with a single order until all of the products in the order are shipped. So that's that. Moving forward to a credit memo. A credit memo is a record of a refund. A product cannot be refunded until it has been paid, which means that it has been invoiced. So this means that you're not able to create a credit memo before an invoice has been created. The credit memo serves as a record of a refund, but it's not a record of the actual return of funds to the customer. That actually happens inside of your payment gateway, most often Authorize.net, PayPal, and I am more than happy to help you with that. It's a very simple process. You will have to enter into your payment gateway user interface in order to officially return funds to a client who has requested a refund. This is going to be where you submit that refund on the order side or the Magento side, but it doesn't actually take the funds and put them back into that customer account. So one necessary step, but it's not the entire refund process. Okay, carrying on. Let's get into creating new orders. We're going to describe how to create an order using the back end, such as when an order is received on the phone. We already talked about adding customers manually. Now let's get into creating an order manually. First step, get back in that admin panel, select sales, orders, click the create new order button on the top right of the page, display the create new order page. There she is. You're going to want to click up there and creating new orders. You're going to select the customer. If you have multiple website stores or store views, select the one to which this order applies. Next, the create new order for customer page will open. Go ahead and click the add products button to display the list of products. Now here's a note. If the customer does not already exist in your customer records, click create new customer on the first create new order page. You will need to complete all the address information there. So here is that screen, a little bit small to see. Go ahead and check it out in your own back end, and you will need to fill out address information. So go ahead and do that. Here is your product list page, which you are going to be referring to when you are processing orders manually. Use the checkboxes to select the products to be purchased and click the Add Selected Products to Order button. So back on this screen, your product list screen, you're going to use those checkboxes right here, and that's your step 5. So use those checkboxes, select the products to be purchased, click Add Selected Products to Order button. Then you're going to complete the order mandatory fields of the order, which are marked by the asterisk. So make sure you have all of those filled. Like I said, Magento is not going to let you go forward until you have those filled out, so that's a good safety net for you. Make sure you're doing everything right. And like we said, If the customer does not exist in your records, you're going to have to click Create New Customer on the first Create New Order page. So you'll need to complete all of that information. Moving forward, you can define many options for the order, such as choosing custom prices for products and applying discount codes. Next, after you've completed all the required order information, click the Submit Order button to display the order information page. Alright, now to confirm payment, click the Invoice button to generate an invoice for your review. Review the invoice, and if all is well, click the Submit Invoice button at the bottom of the page. Now, when you are ready to ship the products, click the Ship button to generate a shipment document. If applicable, you can add a tracking number received from the shipping service by clicking the Add Tracking button. Simple stuff. Now, review the shipment. You can modify the quantity to be shipped if only part of the order is ready, for instance, and then the order status changes to completed after all its products have been shipped. Now, click the Email Copy of Shipment option to automatically send an email to notify the customer the products were shipped. So here's a tip. If you selected one of the existing customers, then the left column shows a list of the products that this customer has in his or her cart, wish list, recently ordered, viewed, or compared. So to add one of those products to the order, select the required product and click Update Changes button. So that'll help you. Click the Submit Shipment button at the bottom of the page. Click the Back button to return to the orders page where you can create additional orders if needed. Alright, let's talk about refunding. We touched on it earlier, and now we're going to get into some more detail. You can create a record of a product refund from an existing order by generating a credit memo. To view the list of refunds made in your web store, from the Sales menu, select the Credit Memos option to display the Credit Memos page. Alright, so step 1, Admin panel, select Sales, Orders. This is going to display that list of existing orders. Second, go ahead and click the View link on the right side of the row of desired order to display the Order View page. Third, click the Credit Memo button to generate a credit memo. Now fourth, you're going to scroll down to the Items to Refund area, and in the Quantity to Refund field of each relevant product, just go ahead and specify the quantity of products to refund. Alright, so there you are. That's that credit memo screen. And you can see here that quantity to refund. Specify it depending on your situation, and go ahead and update the quantities, and you're good to go. Fifth step, specify that this product was actually returned to the web store. Okay, then you're going to select the Return to Stock checkbox, which is this one here, right next door to the quantity to refund. So, make sure that it's been returned to the inventory, and I should say to the stock, and go ahead and click Return to Stock checkbox. Now sixth, this is optional, but I would recommend it. Select the Email Copy of Credit Memo checkbox, and this is going to automatically send an email to the customer that the order has been refunded. From personal experience, running a handful of stores over the years, customer communication is always key. Put yourself in their shoes. Naturally, if you request a refund, you appreciate a simple notification letting you know that that's been processed. So in my years of experience, it's always been better to just go ahead and do that on all of them, and that way you save yourself phone calls and emails and having to run around with angry customers wondering where their refund's at. Simple, optional, I recommend it. Okay, so refunding an order in Magento does not cause that actual payment refund like we talked about. You actually have to refund the payment on your own, through your authorized.net account, PayPal, wherever you are processing payments. And the credit memo is only a record used to track those refunds and to provide proper values in your reporting. So just a reminder there, you've got here, this is your refund totals, and like we said before, that's that box that you're going to be checking if you'd like to email the copy as I recommend, and hit your refund. But once again, this is for reporting, doesn't actually move funds. Okay, so 7, go ahead and click the refund button at the bottom there, and the total of the order from which this product was refunded is going to be updated automatically. And last, click the back button to return to the orders page where you can create additional orders if required. So that is it. That was intense, I know. We went through a lot of things there. I'm going to provide you with PDFs so you can quickly reference the sequences that we've covered here for the critical processes entailed in managing your orders and your customers, which, like I said, is going to be a big component of your day-to-day operations when it comes to managing your Magento store. So I've enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for tuning into the training. I've got more to come here. Once again, send me an email. I will write it right here on the screen. You can get me at tyson@mediotype.com. Go ahead and send me an email whenever you want. You know, if it's a question about the things that we went over here today, if it is a specific thing outside of the realm of what we've covered, that's also fine. Or if, hey, you're just wanting to say hello, I would love to hear from you. So give me a shout, let me know what you thought of the training, and I will be happy to help you through if you run into any snags. Looking forward to the next session. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.